Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video. So today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing a bit more work on the BMW. As you can see, it's a nice sunny day. The first thing we need to do is move it from here to here. So let's get that done now. It's really warm today. It's bank holiday Monday, but we can't do much because of lockdown. But it is really warm. I'll tell you how warm it is now. 20 degrees, and it's 20 degrees, and it is only 10 to 11. But let's get the car moved onto the driveway, ready to do some work. I'll catch up with you. So for those loyal subscribers out there who have seen me start videos, I tend to do start them this way, but usually the car's driving up nose first up the drive rather than reversing up. So that gives you a hint today that we're going to be working on the rear of the car. What we're going to be doing today is replacing the rear drop links. I've got two here. So we'll get the car in the air. And we'll get the wheels off, and that's when we'll catch up with you guys then. So yeah, stick along for the journey guys. It should be a good easy job today. Easy, touch wood. Right now I know you can't see me, but a bit of a demonstration. This is the rear drop link then. It's connected to the anti-roll bar here. We need to get this bolt undone. There's a bit of play in that, so maybe rear anti-roll bar bushings could be on the card. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt there on the way out. This one looks like it's been replaced recently. There's a bolt there, and then there's a bit more of a tricky one, and then there's a bolt. So this is the second bolt. This one's probably going to be the tricky one. I think this side, it doesn't look in too bad a condition. When we go over to the other side, I think this side's been done at some point. There's a bolt there. And there's one on the other side, just so you can see my fingers. I think that one's going to be a bit of a pain to get off. Especially when the other side feels like an Allen key. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have a look. Right, so this is the setup we've gone for. This is the top of the drop link. I've got a 16mm here with a allowing me to upscale it to 1/2 inch. Oh, good work WD-40 there. So I'm just going to get a set of grips on that bit because I'll have to hold it, so it should just be held. While taking off the old drop link, this happened, so that kind of says a lot about the condition of the drop link. You can see it's separated into two pieces, and this is where we're up to. So this rear trailer, I'm about to free it off, which was a 19mm. This here, where you can see this exposed bolt, that is the bottom bolt holding the drop link in. That was a 13mm. So that was a 13mm, so what we're going to do is we're going to knock that out, and that should free the drop link up. Drop link. So that's the passenger side off. It must have been quite bad condition because, as you can see, as I was taking it off, the actual ball joint of the drop link has popped free. Kind of says it always. This one, new one, is nice and tight. I've gone, not going to be able to see it, with Febby Bilstein. That's the brand that I've used before on the car. Some of you may have seen that in my past videos. We're now going to look to build this side back up. So this bolt will go through the bottom, which is attach it to the hub. This is in relatively bad condition. I haven't got another one to try and make it a bit better. As you can see, I can't even cut the nut. I can't even get the nut on the bolt. Right, bring it up to speed. So this is a common trend. Come here. This is a common trend of me working on my car, where I have to go out and buy more bits. I've had to go out and buy a nut and bolt set from Machine Mart. It was only a tenner, and the reason for that was the bolt that I took off, which was this one, was absolutely shot. And now in the set that I bought, yeah, silly of me, I didn't get a bolt that was long enough. But what I managed to do is get a nut the right size, 13mm, on the end of it, and use that to clean the threads. I got the old bolt, which is this one. This is the one that came off the car, if you can see that, and in the end it's a 6mm Allen key. So I got that in there nice and tight. I then got my new nut, very gently put it on, making sure that it was straight. I then got a ratchet in each hand, and I just gently, and then checking, yeah, the nut's going on straight. I very gently nursed it on, like so, and that's as if I was putting it on the car. That's what I'm going to do when I put it on, just very gently and very slowly. I'm just going to nurse the bolt onto the nut. A new bolt, it actually cleaned up the threads for me, and I reckon if I get the drop link, so if I just have a look at this, I reckon that the nut will now go on far enough for me to get a nice purchase on it. As you can, I'm just going to feed it in. That's it. Try and get it straight. Give it a wiggle. There we go, and that now it should hold on there. That appears to be straight now. I'm just gonna have it. Very gently, just because it's an old bolt and we don't want to round it off. And that has worked. So I was actually losing faith that I weren't going to be able to do this, but just with a little bit of patience there. I don't want to do it too tight because I don't want to strip the nut. So that's on there now. Just give it a nip up. There we go. That's the bottom one attached. So this is the top one. Let some light in so you can see. I'm just going to pop that in there. So something different then. This top nut here to go on for the new one is a 17mm. The one that I took off was a 16. So I'm just going to nip it up. And then something also different is that it's actually got an Allen key in the end. So what we can do is we can slip this on bar here, and then we can just nip it up nice and tight. Job done. So all that's left to do on this side now is reattach this rear trailing arm. I've had this off in the past, not on video. It's quite a hefty bolt, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the impact gun, and I'm just going to, and I hope that this works, because if this doesn't, we're screwed. So the exact same's happened this side. This should be attached inside there, connected to the rear anti-roll bar. Now what the spanner attached to the nut, it's attached is the drop link to the rear hub. We're now just going to slowly work it out, and I mean very gently. The rear anti-roll bar is actually getting in the way a little bit. It is coming free. I don't imagine it being too long. Actually, so in this hand that you can see, I'm holding up the roll bar out the way, just, and then slowly just making sure my spanner's on straight, working that there. Got it with my hand. Got it. Drop link. So unlike the passenger side then, this what leads me to believe it's been changed, is that had like a nut on a bolt where it clamps it to the hub, whereas this bolt came straight off. It's a 30mm bolt, so it's directly in to the hub. So I'm guessing that at some point someone's had a bit of a fiddle around, because that one looks a bit newer, but nonetheless this is a nice new. Just comparing the bottoms, if you look at them, comparing, that looks very deteriorated. So I think we've done the right thing making this decision to change these. They weren't expensive, these either, so I got two in a set. They were £27, so 27 and something pounds, I'll call it 28 quid, in free postage and packaging. And I'll put a link in the description to the actual products on eBay, which is where I got them from. So I'm going to drop the new drop link in here. And it is working its way back in. Was before I nip the bottom bit up, all I'm going to do is get this top bolt on and tighten it up. So again, the one coming off was a 16mm. This is a 17mm. So I'm not going to video too much of this. I'm going to nip this up off camera, just because I've only got about 6 minutes worth of video time left. So yeah, you'll catch up with me in a minute, more than likely, when we're done. So that is the car back on the ground. Car's back together. We are done. Definitely worth doing then. I'll put a link into the description for the drop links and where I got them from. I got them off eBay. Like I said, they were only 28 quid. Definitely an improvement to the car. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember, give us a thumbs up if you do. Share this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 100. That's my target, to hit 100 subscribers. Currently on 86. So thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for more videos to come. Thank you.